shadows stretch and crawl. Dusty towns where whispers call. The sun hangs high, mistakes are laid in this harsh world where legends fade. Cards are shuffled, moves are made. Each step forward, choices weigh. In the heart of this wild, rugged game, heroes rise and seek their name. At high noon, the cards reveal where the strong stand and never kneel. Not just pieces in a fight, destiny shaped in broad daylight. Grit and steel in every hand, strategies planned across the land. Each man's life, his moves align in this great, relentless design. At high noon, the cards reveal where the strong stand and never kneel. Not just pieces in a fight, destiny shaped in broad daylight. As the morning fades to noontime heat, fates converge where rivals meet. In the deserts embrace, their stories melt. Not just pawns, their lives are held. At high noon, the cards reveal where the strong stand and never kneel. Not just pieces in a fight, destiny shaped in broad daylight. Struggle endures, the dust unsettled. Lives entwine like threads of metal, moved by choices bold and true, riding on towards the next high noon.
And we're live, waiting for the tubes to kick in. How's everybody doing? Glad to see a bunch of people in the house. Wow, this is a full house. So glad to have you guys here. Welcome everybody to another exciting installment of High Noon Live. I'm Dwight Senack, the creator of High Noon. We've got Jonathan Chambers in the house. Welcome, brother. Glad to have you here. Glad to see you live and well. Kalini's over here. Welcome. And we got Ben. Look, we got a lot of people coming in. If you want to leave a comment, okay? This is a live conversation. So I'm here to have a talk at you. I just realized I completely forgot to pull something up, but I got it up now. I got it. It is queued up. Okay. So thank you guys for being so very patient. I know the campaign ended a week ago, and I wasn't here. And you guys have been here. You guys have been waiting so patiently. And so to that I say, yeah! All right, there you go. There's my best yeehaw, Jonathan. Hopefully I didn't blow out everybody's speakers. Yeah. Thank you, Ben. Yeah. So, the last campaign I did back in 2021, it's this whole there's now starting a tradition of sentimentalism with all the campaigns. When I created High Noon, I mean, you can go back and read the blog update. High Noon, it came from a very, very low place in my life, and it was basically a game that kept me going. It was because I was having some very dark thoughts back then, and developing the game, it kept me here on this earth. And I know some people aren't too happy about that, but I'm happy you're happy. So there's that. But it materialized into something far beyond what it was for me. I mean, for me, it was something that kept me alive. And but now seeing it on tables and watching people play it, watching families I've never met, I don't know, from Adam, making these, laughing, cutting up jokes, and it's all inspired by the game itself. It's just like, it's wild. And I know that there's game publishers, game creators who might be watching this. You guys, you know what it's like. You see people play your game, and I don't know. It's like a new purpose. And I guess that's the thing, is like from a place where I felt like I had lost my purpose, I kind of found it in High Noon. And so when I launched the campaign in 2021, I launched it on my birthday because a lot of things had happened up to that point. And it was like a turning the dial to a new chapter. It was like opening to a new chapter in life. And so that was that campaign. It was a new chapter in my life. And here we are yet again, 2024. And the campaign ended on 11/11, which was the day of my wedding, which is an official new chapter in my life. I got to marry the love of my life in the one place so I know I told you I was going to talk. We're going to talk about High Noon. Okay. We're going to get there. But when I got divorced, I promised myself I was never getting married again. I was done. I had enough. My parents had gotten this, membership to this resort, this all-inclusive resort out in Mexico. And they drugged me kicking and screaming there. And so I went, and because back then my mode of vacation was cruises. Like I didn't want to vacation any other way but on a cruise ship. And they were like, no, you've got to try this resort. So I went, and it's gorgeous. This place is called the Grand Palladium. It's in Riviera Maya. They have a bunch of resorts everywhere, but the one they went to was Riviera Maya, Mexico. And they were giving me a tour. And I mean, like, this place is absolutely it's just astoundingly beautiful. It's like the pictures in the catalogs for resorts, and you see those pictures and you're like, oh, I want to go there. And then you go there and it looks nothing like it. Like the advertisements in a hotel, right? You see the room and the advertisement, and then you get there, it's like nothing like that. This is all of those pictures. Like, if you want to know where all those pictures actually are, it's at this resort. So we were going on this tour, and we go on this coastline, and there's this gazebo. They called it Poseidon, the Poseidon gazebo. And it's right on the coast. It's like a coral reef coast that overlooks the beach and the coastline. And it's just stunning. It's stunningly beautiful. And I told myself when I was looking at it, like, there was a thought, I was like, you know what? I'm never getting married, ever. But if I were to get married again, it's here. If I'm going to get married again, it's going to be right here. And so that was many years ago. I made that solemn vow, solemn oath. And then I met the woman of my dreams, and she wanted to get married. I still didn't want to, but she was like, no, we got to get married. I'm like, okay, all right, well, listen, if you want to get married to me, we're going there. And she agreed. So we went. And so yeah, so that was a beautiful ceremony with my closest friends and family. It was a very special moment for me and my wife my now wife. And it was on the day of the ending of the campaign. So we funded, got married, opened a new chapter in my life. It's like all full circle. And so there it is. So very, very thrilled. So then we went on our honeymoon, and that was why you haven't heard from me. I brought my computer, but I've never opened it. So here I am. So guys, thank you so much for your patience, your unending support. And so here we are. So look, we did it. We funded. Do we crush it with millions of dollars? No. Do we hit hundreds of thousands of dollars? No. Are we this massive campaign from that all these other guys get to beat? Look, a win is a win, okay? And I just wanted to get certain things produced, and we're getting them produced now. And because of that, because you guys made it possible, you guys are gonna get this awesome. You're gonna get this awesome clock tower and a whole bunch of other stuff. Do I have any kids? Yes, I have a son. His name is Atlas Yeager, and he's 8. He turns 9 next year. He's growing like a weed. Do not blink, kids. Don't blink. You're gonna. And listen, let me tell you something, okay? You guys out there who may have kids, may not have kids, may be expecting one. And like, for as long as that child wants to sleep in your bed, let them sleep in your bed. For as long as that child wants to cuddle with you, let them cuddle with you. Because there will come a day where they will never want to do that again. And you will miss all those opportunities. You may think, oh, the kid's too old. He needs to grow up and sleep in his own bed. No, he doesn't. The child, he or she, the child will figure that out. They will get there. It's like a light switch. They'll wake up one day and they're like, yeah, no, I like my own bed. And then you're going to be like, dang, I really wish I could, cuddle with my kid. And that, you'll miss it. It'll be gone. You will never get it back after that. So let your kid cuddle with you for as long as they want to. Don't rush that. Do not rush that. Okay. So anyway, yes, I have kids. I have a kid. And I hope to have many more. That is the plan. That is the objective of this marriage. So we're celebrating today. I'm having a little white wine in this Halloween, or not Halloween, this holiday glass. What the elf? My son's 19. He thinks giving me a hug now is strange. I know, you got to train him. You got to raise your kids to hug. And then even then, it maybe not work. Yeah, I know. You miss it, right? You want to hug him again. Yeah. He'll want to hug you again. He'll get, because I mean, look, I'm 40 something now. And I went through that phase with my father, but I love hugging my dad now. And that's all because I was raised to hug. So every child goes through that phase, especially around this time. And I'm sure you know this. You've been there yourself. So don't worry about it. He'll come back and hug you. All right. So I want to talk about the campaign. I want to talk about a couple of things. I made a promise. I made a promise to you guys. You could figure out a way to win my money. And so our last stream, we talked about the league and how we did a dry run of the league. And so I've updated the scores, official scores for the leaderboard. You can find this on the High Noon website, but here it is. I want to say big, huge shout out, congratulations to Moot Puppet for reaching 3rd place, Almeida 185 for reaching 2nd place, and Kez Crash in the first place with 41 gold. Good job, Kez. You win $50 of my money. So you know where I'm at. We got you on Discord. So shoot me your Venmo, PayPal, whatever, and I will give you my money, because that was the deal. And that's how this works. I enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun. So I look forward to doing this some more, doing some more cash prizes, doing some more High Noon prizes. We will be starting up the new leaderboard come December 1st. December 1st, we'll start it up again, and it'll go for the month. So what you want to do is jump into our Discord server and just get ready to start, get ready to start playing some games. You want to get some warm-up games in there. We're all there. We're there for you. So congratulations, you guys. I'll be adding to Moot and Almeida. I'll be adding to your pledges the items that you won, and Kez, you get my money. I think Almeida gets my money too. I think it was like a $25 and a $50, and then chips and gold. I need to go back and look, but I'll be issuing those rewards out shortly. So let's talk about this campaign. So we funded. We're getting the clock tower. You guys are getting the all metal shiny first player token. Look, this may seem like nothing or something you can't wrap your head around. It's wild. Okay, the mechanic of this is absolutely wild. And this doesn't need to be, okay, basically it creates a rotating game, right? And so there's some rules to that. There's some rule. It's not as simple as the player who went first goes last in the next round, or you skip them or whatever. It's not that easy. There's a couple of other steps, but it certainly changes the way that you strategize your turn, because you got to think about it. You got to think like, okay, I'm not going to go first next time. What do I need to do on this turn? But that said, you don't need to use this for that. You could use this as a trophy. This could be like a first player, whoever got first, and then the next time you guys play, whoever has, it's like a challenge coin. You got your challenge coin. Whoever has the coin goes first, starts the game, and then whoever wins gets the thing. I don't know. Who cares? It's awesome. It's heavy. This thing is heavy. I got another one just so you can hear it. These things are sweet. And they did a great job of the multicolors and 3 dimensions. It's out of focus because of me. Let me see here. Anyway, so you're going to get one of these. You guys are going to get one of these. You're getting the backer kit exclusive loot cards. That is, that's not the expansion loot volume 2. It's the lasso, the powdered Vivium, and the double hexagon shotgun. I don't know which one I'm more excited about for you guys to play. I'm sure you guys have your own excitement in there, but if you don't, that's because you haven't been paying attention to what these cards are. They're pretty sweet and ridiculous, and that's the whole point of these cards. They are exclusive to this campaign, and you guys are going to get them. I actually was supposed to release them on our very first Kickstarter. This is another thing, a full circle. The very first Kickstarter back in, what was it, 2019? I made these cards for that campaign, and the campaign got canceled. So they've been sitting on my computer for 5 years, and now you're finally going to get them. So I'm really, really thrilled about that. And we unlocked, I unlocked the expansion volume 2 because it's just too cool. And I threw the expansion loot volume 2 into the Tabletopia. So if you guys want to try those cards out, you can. You get on the Discord. Let's play a game. You can try them out. You've got ammo reloads. They'll reload any item. They'll reload a weapon that you have. You've got the blunderbuss weapon. You've got You've got the canteen. You got all sorts of cool stuff in there. All sorts of fun stuff. So that got unlocked. So those of you who went all in, you're going to get that. And then I saw a few of you guys even grabbed it for yourselves. Fantastic. This is all going towards growing the brand. So I'm really thrilled about this. And let's see. Oh yeah, the 3D buildings. We're going in production on the 3D buildings. So we're in Purgatory. How can I leave that out? So we're getting the Purgatory tiles. Okay, so there's that. So we're going in production. We're making this stuff happen, and thank you guys for making it possible. In the next week, I'll be getting. I had to wait for another load of Gunsmoke trail novels to come in, so they should be here in about a week. And as soon as they're in, I'm going to start signing them. And once they're signed, they're going to go in a box with a whole bunch of other stuff, and they're going to get shipped out to you guys. Now that's for those of you who want your stuff right now. If you want to wait until until the rest of the stuff is produced and you want everything delivered in one lump sum, you can do that. I don't see a point in it. The way that we've got shipping handled, it's going to come out roughly the same. So if anything, I would think it'd be more affordable to just go ahead and get your games and then get the rest of the stuff later when it comes out. Look, I just want you guys to have your games. I do not want you waiting years, even months. I don't want you waiting for the stuff. I want you to get your stuff. So, but you can let me know. Let me know how you want it. But as soon as those books come, I'm going to sign them, and I'm just going to start shipping everything out. So I look forward to you guys having your stuff. That's very exciting for me. We got a lot of new all-in backers, a lot of people getting everything, and those are all new family members. Thank you guys for coming in. Okay, so speaking of all-in backers, this is going to lead into the next part of this conversation, which is the pledge manager. A lot of you all-in backers are asking about the $100 credit / refund, whatever you want. We had to wait until the pledge manager is ready, and I couldn't get that ready while I was on my honeymoon. So I've got yeah, thank you. Yeah, we are thrilled to have new people. That's what Eric says. So and I agree. So I got home. We got home a couple days ago, and I've been playing catch up to get to the point here where I can sit down and actually work. And I went through the process last night. I was working on the pledge manager and basically getting all of the added perks, making sure you guys are going to get your free stuff. You're going to get your token. You're going to get your cards. Those of you who pledged early, you came in on the first 48 hours or before, basically you came in before the campaign launched. I had to make sure you guys are getting your free chips and gold packs. There's a lot of stuff I was giving away. I need to make sure that it doesn't get left out, that it doesn't fall through the cracks. I need to make sure that you get your stuff. Okay, so I was setting all that up. Last thing I'm working on right now, I got one more item to work on, and then the pledge manager will go live, and you guys will get your surveys. You're going to start getting emails. Look out for an email for the campaign. It's going to be a little survey. You fill out that survey. You're going to put in your delivery information. This is where a lot of people are like, how do I change my delivery? And you're like, I went there. They were telling me to contact you. Yeah, that's because you were backing on the last campaign. This is a new campaign. So you actually don't have any profile yet. So the survey is going to come out in the next day. I'm going to try to get it done. I'm going to try to get it done tonight. And so hopefully by later tonight, you will have a survey or day, depending on what time it is for you. You'll have a survey coming in your email. Make sure you fill that out. Do not ignore it. Put in your mailing address, contact information, anything like that. And then it's going to guide you to the pledge manager. And from there, you can make any changes you want. So this is a question a lot of people were asking is like, well, I wanted to get rid of this thing, or I wanted to add this thing, I want to swap this thing, whatever. This is where that happens, okay? The pledge manager is where that happens. It's basically like campaign 2.0, okay? It's where you basically go in, you treat it, and you can modify your order, your pledge, however you want. So so you want to make sure you fill all that stuff out. And you're going to have about 3 months to make any changes you want to it. Now, minus the stuff I'm going to ship out. Like once I ship stuff out to you, you can't change that, obviously. But if you decide you want more stuff, you can always come back and add more stuff because two things. One, we're going into production. It's going to take some time to produce the clock tower, to produce the 3D buildings, that kind of stuff, right? That's going to take some time. So that's number one. Number two, at the same time the pledge manager is launching, we are also launching a pre-order store that is tied directly to the pledge manager and campaign. Now, why is this important? This is probably the most important part of this update. So do not tune out yet. You've been here this long. Stick around for this because I want to show you what this is and what this means for all of us, okay? So, but basically, there's two things happening. There's a pledge manager, that's where you manage your pledge, and then there's a pre-order store, which is tied to all of it, that everybody can see, including people who did not back the campaign. These are people who didn't even know about it, right? They're too busy focusing on these, they're throwing their money at campaigns that are never going to give them games, they're never going to give them stuff, and if they do, it's going to be like 3 or 4 years from now. Yeah. Now they're realizing, now that those campaigns are done, they're like, oh, what other thing can I get attention to? Oh, what's this? High Noon, I never heard of it. I was okay. They're going to see it, and this is what they're going to see. So it's not live yet because I'm still working on it, but this is what it's going to look like. This is not the pledge manager. This is the pre-order store. So their pre-order store, this is just like how the original campaign worked, guys. So basically, when people go to the backer kit link, the campaign, they'll be taken to this. They'll be directed to this page. And so this page is going to show them, I'm going to remove myself so you can see more of this. Oh, it won't even allow, okay, whatever. All right, so It's going to show them, you know, how much money we raised, how many backers we have, when we funded, all that great stuff, right? But it's also going to allow them to pledge or pre-order the stuff that we produced, okay? We haven't gotten to the important part, all right? We haven't gotten to the big reveal about this. So anybody can come in here and still get all the stuff, pre-order all the stuff at the 20 to 25% discount that we had for the campaign for the duration of the production run. So they got a couple of months to get in here and order. Okay, why does that matter? This is why. Because the campaign is not over. I know. It ended, right? We funded. Okay, no, we had a time limit to reach funding. Otherwise, we lose everything. That's what happened. But we reached funding, guys. And so everybody who's stressing out goes, oh, no, we're not going to unlock stretch goals. No. We had 30 days to reach funding. Now we have a few months to start reaching stretch goals. The campaign doesn't end, okay? And to that end, if we scroll down here to the bottom, what you're going to see is not just these items, but you're also going to see, boom, there's your stretch goals. And now they're more defined. So now rather than locking in based on how many people pledge overall and being stuck with, you know, I don't really care about this stretch goal. Because remember, a lot of you guys are like, I want an expansion pause here. I want this, I want that. And you didn't like the order of the expansions. I get it, okay? I did that because I wasn't sure how far we'd get. I wasn't sure what we would achieve. And so I needed to make sure that everything we produced was produced in a timely manner so it could all be delivered in a timely manner. But now you guys get to decide exactly what you want and when you want to receive it. So the way this works is just like up here. If somebody wants these things, they can just click on it, click pre-order, and it takes them to like a shopping cart. It's just like a web store. In this case, what we have here, and I'll see if I can zoom in, is, yeah, here we go. So what we have here is, see that here's the price, here's what it will be at retail, and this is our goal. If basically, for instance, a lot of people were asking for Governor McGrady. There were 200 and how many people were there? There were 240 backers, okay? 240 backers of the campaign, right? If everybody from the campaign plus 10 more people in the next 2 months, if we can get 10 more people in the next 2 months, plus everybody in the campaign pledging on Governor McGrady, look at that, goal is 250, we unlock Governor McGrady. We go into production on Governor McGrady. So you guys can decide what is more important to you, like which thing do you want? I'm going to tell you, all these are awesome, but basically, okay, we got the water tower, we got the bounty missions, we got Governor McGrady, and we have Miroslav Zorek right now. Okay, now what we can do depending on how this flows is I've already talked to BackerKit, and this is one of the reasons why I was waiting for this update. Is I've already talked to BackerKit, and I can add more stuff into the campaign if we want to go back to the backwater tiles. If we want to explore Sitting Bear's Warband or the Akuga Shinobi or the Kenzo Envoy or whatever, the 40 Miners or whatever, I can always add that in here, and we can see if we can unlock it. It's basically like a second life for the campaign. The campaign is not finished, folks. All that's happened now is we've guaranteed going into production on the things that you guys have pledged. Now, if we really want to unlock some more stuff, here you go. This is all going to be, and so this is all going to go live. It's going to be available hopefully tomorrow, if not tonight. Okay. And so there you go. You want Governor McGrady? Here he is. You want the bounty missions? There they are. So there's going to be a lot of opportunities for people to grab everything they want. As Eric says, more stuff is always good. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So yeah, so that's what's going to happen is, I'll bring myself here. That's what's going to happen is the surveys are going to go out very soon here. If you went all in, you're going to get a notification of your $100 credit, and just follow the instructions for that on however you want to apply it. Okay. If you want a refund, you just follow the instructions for that. If you want to use it towards, add-ons or shipping, you can do that. It's up to you. But basically, that is the pledge manager. That is the pledge manager update. It's coming out. It's coming live. I just want to make sure before I do anything, before it goes live, that all of you guys are set up. I've got everything for you guys set up. So all your freebies are going to be automatically added. You don't have to think about it. You're just going to be there. Because I don't want you to have to think about this stuff. I just want you to kind of have a good experience from here on out. So there it is. I don't want to talk too much more, because the more I talk to you guys, as much as I love hanging out with everybody, and I look forward to doing this more, the longer I do this, the less time I have to make sure the pledge manager goes live, and we make sure then we get all this stuff locked in. But I did want to give a little preview, a little sneak preview, and I don't know how good this is going to look on the screen, but you know, I advertised in my last campaign, an update on my last campaign. And if you weren't following that, it's okay. But as kind of an apology for taking 4 years to get all the expansions produced and whatever because of COVID, I designed a print and play co-op module for High Noon, where you basically pick your posses, and instead of fighting each other, you work together to fight a boss monster. And so the boss monster is it's called the Machine. It is Miroslav Zorek, and why can I never? Here it is. And so it's basically the storyline is it's a robot. It's a construct that he's designed so that he can, you know, basically take over the world. He's a bad guy. So here's kind of I'll show you a little picture of this. Let me present this here so you can see it. My goodness, I apologize. This is amateur hour. Bam. So there's Miroslav's Machine. This is him doing the Maelstrom, which is a lightning blast, area effect lightning blast. But basically, I did this, and I've been playtesting it for a little over 2 years now, and it's fun. It's a blast. It's an absolute blast. So the one thing, it's basically done. It's done. We've play tested this thing ad nauseum. It's ready to go. The only thing is it needs a rule book. And so, you know, as you guys know, I suck at writing rule books. The very first rule book is a dumpster fire. But I find like I've just been pushing it off, and that's my fault. But I just want to show you, here is a sneak peek at the first, like the second, the fifth, the components page of the rule book. It's right here. It's in the works. Here we go. And so what you see is there's the machine in like standee form. You got the cards, and this is also going to come with these tokens, these debris tokens, because the machine basically destroys terrain as it moves around, and it can actually destroy buildings and things. It's not fun for characters stuck in it, but it's gonna be fun to play. So I'm working on that. When we get to the point where we're waiting on the manufacturing side, like once I'm done, like once there's nothing I can do, anytime where I'm waiting, I'm gonna be working on this rule book. I promise you, at this point, I'm gung-ho on it. I told my wife, I was like, listen, I gotta do this. I can't be distracted. And so as soon as that's done, I'm gonna publish this, and everybody who was a backer of the original campaign, the original Kickstarter, you guys are gonna get an email with a downloadable PDF of the rule book, of the images, of everything you need to do to print and play this module absolutely free. So that's for you guys. Everybody else, I'm going to put this up on the Game Crafter for those of you in the US, so you can order the Game Crafter version of it, which is beautiful. It actually comes with, I'll show you here. It comes with a neoprene mat for the character sheet. That's what this thing is over here on the right. And so it's massive. It's a huge mat that like keeps track of the robot and everything. So you'll get all that fun. You'll get all that stuff. I don't make anything off of that, but that's a way for you to get it produced if you want. Yeah. So as soon as that's ready, that's going to go out. Send me your rule book. I'll give you. Hey, thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. Kim Ward says the backwater tiles got to get added. Yes, they will be. As a matter of fact, that's another thing that I hesitated to bring that out because, and I'll show you this because we're in a showing mood. There's a tile missing. There was a tile missing from the pack, and I've been working on that with my artist. But I'll show you a rough draft of it, and it's right here. Let me share the screen here. Boo, boo, boo. The way that StreamYard does this is really silly. So this is a cemetery. So you're going to get a church, and it's going to come with this huge cemetery. This is a rough draft. Okay, so the grid isn't going to look like this, but it's going to come with like a mausoleum to hide in, a shed. There's going to be some elevated terrain. So we're working on that. We're working on this tile, and once this is done, I need to tweak the pit. But once this is done, I can at least create the images for the listing. So the backwater tiles will be on the page, and that's awesome, man. I'm stoked that somebody else besides me is excited about the backwater tiles. You're like the only person. No, the backwater tiles are cool. You got this. You're gonna have a huge church. You're gonna have the gallows is great. I love using the gallows as a centerpiece in battlefields. And the cemetery is gonna be really thematic. It's a little too green right now, and I told him I want him to brown it up a bit. Yeah, it's gonna be a really good. It's gonna be a really cool set. You're gonna have like a hilltop that you can make like a King of the Hill scenario. There's a lot of elevation. That's the thing. There's a lot of elevated areas in the backwater tiles, and it's a good midway point between the starter set and Purgatory for those of you who are like on a budget, because it's not as expensive as Purgatory because it doesn't have a 2-story building, so I don't have that many pieces. And it's actually probably the cheapest of the 3 because I don't know why the factory just quoted me cheaper. So, but as soon as that's ready, I'm going to put that in there. All 4 new posses are awesome. Got to be at it. Yeah, I know. I'm going to see if I can. I want to get this thing live so that you guys can get your pledges in and locked in, and I can get everything shipped out to people. Any expansion posse we unlock is not going to be shipped out with everything else. You guys have to know that. Like, I can't promise it. They might be, but I can't promise it because the time it takes to make a mold for minis is a long time, and then in the quality control process, like it's a nightmare. And so I like to budget like 6 months to a year out for posses. And that's another reason why everything is basically 20 to 25% off. Okay, because you're not like these expansions. Let me go back. These expansions are not retail price. Okay, Governor McGrady is going to be he's going to be $35. Okay, he's almost $10 cheaper now. Same thing with Miroslav, not that big of a discount, but still like it's what is that a 10% discount on Miroslav? It's just because there's so much with Miroslav. His minis are a beast to produce. So he's got a lot. He's got a lot of stuff. Miroslav has a lot of stuff. It's a big posse. So they might be able to produce them in time to ship out together, but you might be waiting, and that's why I deep discounted everything. So my way of saying thank you for making it possible. Sitting Bear Mini, yeah. I'll post a picture, and maybe in another live stream I'll bring them out. I have my prototypes for Sitting Bear that I 3D printed and painted, and he looks cool. Like Sitting Bear's warband, all of them do. Like Morocco looks awesome. Akando looks awesome. They're really awesome. I'm kind of like seeing them has me wanting to I really want to remaster this game. Once it's done, I may do a remaster, like a big box remaster, where I have my 3D artist update all the starter set minis to bring them in closer to how far we've come with all the other minis, because Sitting Bear, he just looked like even the Kenzo and the Akuga, they look sick. And I don't know, I just I'm like, man, like they're so cool. I kind of want to upgrade everything now. Anyway, so yeah, so there you go. So there it is. I've given you a sneak peek at the Pledge Manager or the pre-order store. The Pledge Manager is going to go live very shortly. I'm trying to get it done tonight. If I can't get it done tonight, I'm definitely going to get it done in the morning. I got to warn you guys, I'm a little under the weather. I caught something on the plane home, so I can already feel it, and I've been feeling it all day. So it's probably going to hit me like a ton of bricks tomorrow. That's why I'm trying to get all this stuff done tonight, so it's ready to go. Yeah, we saw the pre-order store. We talked about the Pledge Manager. You saw a preview of Miroslav's machine. We talked about all the free stuff you guys are gonna get, and as you see, you guys are gonna be able to decide if you want to. No pressure, but all we need is 250 of you guys to unlock Governor McGrady. Just saying. Just throwing that out there. And there's already 240 of you. There you go, guys. Thank you guys so much. If you guys have any questions, I'm always a message away, whether through Discord or even on, in the Facebook group, whatever. Always available to you guys. So thank you guys for hanging out. I'm looking forward to launching this thing and getting you guys your stuff. And I'll see you guys on another stream. But that's basically it for me. Bye.
Saratoga, the great state, land of opportunity, just words on paper. Out here, the land don't give nothing for free. Ain't no justice you can count on, only a struggle between the desperate and the crooked, between the gun and the badge. This land's been torn apart by outlaws and governments that don't know what side they're on. The blood-soaked ground, it's seen its share of bandits and killers, both with their own way of claiming power. But now, there's something new on the horizon, something darker, more dangerous. When you hear that bell tower, you'll know it's high noon. High noon ain't just a game, it's a battle for survival. With modular tiles, every map can be what you make it. Characters have designated spaces, so loading up your posse is just a matter of seconds. Card-based combat is quick and simple, and that's just what you'll need, because time is running out. With Against the Clock, you're facing brand new territories, new challenges, and all new ways to outsmart your enemies. First, there's Purgatory, a ghost town left to rot. But in High Noon, it's your new battleground. 13 tiles to change the face of the game. Dusty roads, debris scatter in the streets, and empty, hollow buildings to hide in or die in. And then there's the big prize, a 2-story ruin, letting you take the high ground, shooting from that balcony while your enemies scramble below. You can add these tiles to your maps or build your own ghost town from scratch. Whatever you choose, Purgatory's where the real fight begins. But we ain't just talking tiles. We're bringing something new to the table. Literally. 3D buildings, the bank and the jail, they rise up from the board and add a whole new dimension to your fight. Use them to replace the tiles from your starter set, or add them to make the fight more dangerous, more intense. And then, there's the clock tower, the centerpiece of this campaign. It's got 2 levels of elevation, perfect for the kind of strategy that wins shootouts. Ladders let your characters climb higher and higher, getting the advantage on anyone below. But the clock tower ain't just for looks. It's a game changer, a functional round counter for all 12 rounds of the fight. And there's more. This clock tower, it comes with a little something extra, an exclusive campaign-only weapon, a prototype machine gun, deadly as all hell. The Vindicator. But this ain't just any loot, it's legendary loot. A new class of gear that comes with its own loot crate, and everyone at the table knows where it is. You want to get your hands on the Vindicator, you're gonna have to fight for it. But the clock tower and the Vindicator, you won't see these anywhere else. This is your one shot to claim them. So what'll it be? You gonna stand tall or fall to the dust like the rest? Against the clock, only the best will make it out alive. Just remember, partner, time waits for no one. Get ready for the fight of your life. Put your pledge on Against the Clock today.